I'm Margie Lightmeyer, and I'm treasurer with the Garden Club.
So Margie, what makes the Garden Club special to you?
Well, first and foremost, the camaraderie, I feel. What we have here, I think, is friendly and open to ideas. We have many speakers on local gardening, gardening from other areas, cultures behind tea and gardening and the flowers involved in them. We just try to explore all these possibilities and have fun while we're doing it and get good food. I came to my very first meeting, and at the time they needed a treasurer. And I had never been here before. And they're like, we'd like somebody to nominate themselves for treasurer. Crickets, nobody did anything. And I'm one of those kind of people that, okay, I'll be it. And that's how I became it. So I became treasurer the first day I came here. Come out and join us one day, see how much fun it is. And anybody with ideas wants to join in, always, always welcome.
Hi there, I'm Al Soyster, and I'm with Rutgers Master Gardener Program. The Rutgers Master Gardener Program is a program for Ocean County, and what we do is we provide a service to the public. So whether if you have a plant that's dying and need help, you could bring it into Agricultural Center on Whitesville Road, or you can give us a call. We have a hotline that's easy to find. We have a website and a Facebook page. And part of that program is what I'm doing today here with these wonderful people is coming out, and I'm part of the Speakers Bureau. So with the Speakers Bureau, we have a number of topics. Today, we're doing native plants. So I'll give information on the native plants of Ocean County, how to identify them, why it's a good thing, why not to plant invasive plants. And it's about an hour program, and I do about 12 of these a year between libraries and a lot of the adult communities in Ocean County. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, when I first moved here, I was a member of the Garden Club, and I absolutely loved it. But then I got so busy with so many things that I kind of got out of that. And now I'm back, and I'm the vice president of the Garden Club. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful club.
Today we are very fortunate to have the Master Gardener here with us, and he's going to talk to us all about what you can put in your 5-foot area that belongs here, okay? It's not from some other country. It belongs right here in Ocean County.
Well, how are you today? You have now watched, they have now watched the little clips about the last garden show meeting. And you're Master Gardener, and they introduced you. So now I'm going to introduce you again.
Okay.
Because now we're live.
Okay, it's better than being not alive.
That's right. So, Pat, it's so nice to meet you. So how long have you been the president?
I've been the president probably about roughly 3 years. I'd been on the board before, and then I just kind of, assumed the presidency afterwards. Anyway, I did.
Right,
So
right.
But about a good 3 years, I suppose.
So how long have you been in the village?
I moved in May, so it'll be 6 years. I'm not really good with numbers, so I couldn't tell you the year, sorry.
Right, that's okay. I'm not good at that either. So about 6 years ago.
Yeah, about 6 years ago, all the way from Tom's River.
Right,
So
right.
It was,
Big move.
It was a big move, but it was a wonderful move, and we just really love it here very much.
I'm glad. What brought you to Leisure Village West?
Well, it was just time, the neighborhood changed, and we just wanted to be in a community. We decided to be in a community.
Right.
And I'd spoken to other folks that had told me that if you're going to move into a retirement area, go where they have lots of activities.
Yes.
And clubs. And so, like with the gates and all that kind of stuff. So we did, and I'm really glad we did, because I got to meet so many new people through the clubs and so forth and so on, and just people that walk by my front door in the back, which is the front. find it so confusing.
Well,
Riley. Sorry, I'm sorry, but you know, we have
It
this-
is, it is.
But the sidewalk side would be the wooded side, which is very nice because I happen to live on Wooten, which was
Right.
placed by the trees, which I love.
Well, that's the greenery part of our
Well, that
village,
makes
right?
sense, because I think that's why they call that one room that I have the greenery room.
Right. So we look out onto walkways.
Yes.
Whereas the Encore looks out onto the street,
Yes,
you know,
well,
their
much-
front doors.
It's very nice. It's very nice. I get to see the fox, the rabbits.
Right.
Not many deer, but.
Right,
And
right.
occasionally a hen peacock came
Oh,
by.
wow.
You know, different things you wouldn't expect to see.
Right,
Turkeys on the
right.
railing, you never know.
That's terrific.
It's fun.
So tell me, what are the objectives of the Garden Club?
Well, I happen to have notes with me only because my memory is wonderful.
Well, you're allowed
So
to
I've
read
got-
it.
I got some
because
bullets.
this is a real, you know, statement from
Right.
the Garden Club.
For sure. So I just wanted to say that I just recently actually found out that this club was founded in October of 1977.
Oh,
So I'm going to do a little research, or we're going to have a committee that's going to kind of be looking into that so we can have some festivity, which is in 2 years, which will take us that long to get it together. So we're
for
gonna-
your 50th.
for the 50th, so please stay tuned because
Yes.
we're working on that. And if I could just say to whoever's watching this, if you have any information about the beginnings of this club, of the Garden Club, if you can reach out to us, that would be great. Pictures or just some anecdotes or anything at all would be awesome. And to answer your question, because I
Right.
do sometimes go this way or that way,
Yeah.
is that our objective is to educate village residents on horticulture, promote the use and care of flowers and plants in our homes and also in the 5-foot area. Sometimes, occasionally I get a phone call and someone will ask me if I could come over and identify a plant. Now, I am not a horticulturist by any means, but I have my phone that has a lovely app, so I can take a picture of it and it will tell me what kind of plant it is, if it's sick, if it's whatever it needs. So we can do that for folks if they want that.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
So
Oh,
it's
that's a great service.
Yeah, even if you have an iPhone, you can just take a picture and swipe it up, and it will tell you what your plant is. You know, sometimes you're walking around the
Right,
village,
right, yes.
and you're like, "What is that? It's so beautiful!" And you just take a picture, swipe it up. You don't have to be, you know, the superstar.
A master gardener.
A master gardener,
like,
for
like
sure.
you just had at your last
Yes,
meeting.
we did. And Al Soyster, and I can jump around a little bit.
That's
Al
okay.
Soyster, our theme actually was Spring Awakening, and he spoke, as I think he probably would be mentioning, or you've already heard, the benefits of planting native plants, which are much easier to maintain. Most times they're water resistant and that sort of thing, and it just was amazing. And he was great. We're going to have him come back again because he was just excellent, had a lot of good information for all of us. Getting back to our objective, we also want to help folks in their 5-foot area. What is it they can plant there? What should they plant there? We also have had the architectural committee come in and tell you exactly what is allowed in the 5-foot area. And if you're going to dig, you need to call that number. I don't know the number.
I don't
I think
either.
it's 811 dig. It's not 911, must be
Right.
811. But anyhow, enhanced planning, landscaping, conservation, and beautification of the area. I think one of our goals down the road would be to see if we couldn't actually maybe help some folks. People have been here, some people have been here a very long time. And I've noticed that I think at our last meeting, there were some folks here that had been from the pretty early days, but they can't come to the meetings because they don't drive anymore, or maybe
Right.
they can't maintain things. So I thought it would be nice if you could kind of figure out a way to maybe help some of these folks that enjoy the socialization and their vast knowledge
Yes.
of plants or whatever, and just get them there. So that's something we're going to kind of work on to see if we can, some sort of transportation. Maybe like somebody, you're a member, and you're like, is there somebody in your little area that maybe would like a ride?
That's right.
And so we
Oh,
maybe,
that's a wonderful
so I'm
thing
thinking
to
if we
do.
can reach
Yes,
out. I mean, I
yes.
haven't talked to the board yet. Sorry, board. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. We have a meeting tomorrow. Make sure I bring that up. Incorporate with programs that share objectives. For instance, Earth Day is April 22nd.
Yes.
And so the Nature Club does a big cleanup thing. So we're going to be joining with them. Some of us will go over in the morning. I think it's, I don't remember the time, sorry. I know it's the 22nd of April, which is Earth Day. So we will go over there and help clean up the area. Because for some reason, there's a lot of stuff laying around.
Yes, well, on recycle days, unfortunately, not everybody has a cover.
Right.
And we have had windy days that have, you know, really been awful.
Oh, I know.
And I have gone around and I have filled a whole, you know, garbage bag
Right.
rather, with stuff that has blown up against the fence.
Yes.
Because I'm up against the fence at the end of the property.
It collects
And
everything.
it collects all this garbage.
Yeah.
And I have never had to do as much as I had to do recently.
My roommate, whom you know, Regina.
Yes.
She's like on a mission, Earth Day every day for her.
Yes.
And she has just been picking up all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So it's it's our village, and we can't expect other people to just keep every little piece of garbage up. So we have to take some responsibility
That's
for where
right.
we live. You know, when I lived in my other house, if stuff was around, I'd go out and pick it up.
I
Or
know.
I'd put a can on the corner, and hopefully maybe when the kids played basketball, they might throw something in there.
Right.
Or maybe not. But
We did have a couple who lived in the village for about 10 years, Walt and Peggy Hathaway, and he literally, they both would walk,
Yeah.
would take their walk with one of those grabbers and a bag, and wherever they saw garbage in their walk, they'd pick it up and throw it away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah, I
we
mean,
all did a
like-
little bit. Like my mother used to say, many hands make light work.
That's right. That's
kind of
right.
thing.
They didn't walk all over the village,
No,
but
but
in the places that they did walk,
Right.
that was their mission. You
Yeah, I'm
know.
right near the RV park there, because I
Right.
can walk right over to the clubhouse. And the woods around there, there's always stuff, and as I go
Yeah.
by, just pick it up and
Right,
whatever.
right.
There's garbage cans in certain areas that you can.
Right.
Even at the end of that street, they have a little garbage can. But anyway, what else shall we talk about?
Okay, so I understand, we were talking, and I understand you're getting all new officers, or you have gotten new officers?
Yes, because everyone seems to know that it's really hard to get new officers. So, but we all have a passion for it, and I'm very pleased that we have a great team right now. You'll see or you've already seen, I should say, on the video, Pat Tracy, who's our vice president of programming. She's recently come on board, and she's a wonderful asset and becoming a really good friend. Our treasurer, who you've also met, is Margie Littmeyer, who on her very first day took pity on me and put her hand up. And then our secretary is open, so if you want to join this wonderful, fun-loving
Yes.
team, we're always, otherwise, I don't have my phone, but my phone is my secretary, so I
Yes.
just record as much as I can on there. Haven't figured out how to get it off, but it's okay.
Yes, it's
If I need it, it's
Right.
there.
Yes,
It's there, I can
yes,
recount
yes,
things.
yes.
And then we have committees. We have, on our beautification committee, we have Joanne Sheehan. And
Oh, now
she's-
she started the butterfly
Yes,
garden,
she
didn't
did.
she?
It's we celebrated that a couple years ago, the 10th anniversary. So that would be, I do a little math, 12 years.
12 years.
12 years, and she's been
Wow.
going strong with that. She also has some volunteers. Terry DiPolo is there every morning, just about doing everything. And we also have Jack Smart, who's recently volunteered as one of our members.
Right.
I just wanted to point out with the butterfly garden, that whole area, that we'd love for you to be a member, but you don't have to be a member if you want to help out in the butterfly garden.
Okay.
I think most people that know of it, and if you don't know about it, it's on Huntington, and it's a lovely place just to kind of sit, meditate, or just take in all the plants that she's got in there. That she's recently just put in a new, I want to say, weeping cherry tree. Yes.
Ooh,
She recently put one
wow.
in memory of her son, who had recently passed in the last year or so.
yeah.
He passed. So she just put that in, and it's
They're
brand new.
gorgeous.
They're beautiful. There's one there already that's amazing.
Yes.
And they're so pretty, so
Wow.
beautiful. Let's see, Joanne. Okay, we talked about Joanne, and so feel free. If you have any questions, you could always reach out to me, and maybe at the end I'll give my
Now,
number.
you did mention that you could use more volunteers,
Definitely use more volunteers.
especially for the butterfly
For the
garden.
butterfly garden, because it's for everybody. It's
Yes,
something
it
for
is.
us all. And if you take a look at the April edition of our news, the news article that we put in, Joanne wrote a letter, and it's a wonderful letter, why she did what she did with the garden and her expectations for the future.
Right.
Because she did it for everybody.
Right.
And so we want to maintain that, and we just want that to always be available to everyone to enjoy.
Yes.
So, and it could be, just reach out to us and we'll find out when you're available. It could be on the weekends, it could be in the morning. I know a lot of folks work. It could be, we'd work it out.
Right.
It's just a matter of just maybe pulling some weeds. Don't pick the flowers.
No.
But we'll figure that out. Because I remember one time my son at home, he decided to take the lawnmower out, and he just mowed down all my herbs. And everything that was anything in his way was cut. But I must say, everything came back really nice.
I thought only my husband did that.
No, he was trying to help Mom.
Yes.
And how can you yell?
I know. My husband he did that fairly regularly.
I know. It's so funny because my son, of course, he's older now. He's almost ready to live here.
Right.
But he's takes very good care of his garden now.
That's nice.
I don't think he allows his kids to cut the grass or anything. As far as we have our committees. We also have hospitality, which I'm very, very happy to have co-chairs. And hold on one second. Ann Rabistelli and Janet Miller.
Oh,
They're
nice.
two wonderful women. They're both actually in the book club. And what happens when you look at somebody and you tell them about the garden club and they look like they might be slightly interested, you invite them.
Yes.
And then once they come and you see that they're actually doing stuff, you're like, wow, I'd like to introduce our new chairs. And so, it's not really.
That's a good way to do it.
So anyway, they just, I remember Jen will say things like, yeah, I was just kind of standing around and all of a sudden she introduced me as a new chair. So, but you just smile and wave. But anyhow,
Yes.
It's all good. So, and what they do is they set everything up and we have members that will bring various loveliness. And you've seen that in the video. I think they have there's a picture of some of the goodies that we have on the table.
Right.
Certain times there we have a little bit more, but usually it's just some, snacks and things that I really don't want to eat anymore. But anyway, it's all good.
I was at a
sorry.
meeting, I believe it was a month ago,
Yeah.
with Gail and Walt.
Disluski?
Yes, I always stutter over their last
I
name.
know, because you picture how it's spelled, it's like very confusing.
Yes,
But anyway.
but they were all about the African violet.
Yes, they did.
And they had a number to be raffled off and given away, and it was very entertaining. I have 5 African violets,
Okay.
and 4 of them are doing great, and the other one's not, and I have to go see Gail to find out why.
They're wonderful. She's done this for a few years, and actually, well, I will talk about that in a minute. But I think, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, our theme, it was in February.
Right.
It was Love and Bloom, and our babies, because she has a lot of them.
Yes.
And what she does is she starts, it's incredible, she just takes one leaf of the African violet, sticks it in some special dirt, probably vermiculite and some other light stuff, and then she has it all print out how to take care of it, and she just gives them away.
Yes.
She gives them away, and then of course what you do is once yours gets big, you're supposed to do the same thing. I too have to invite her over, because I have like 3 levels. I have one plant that's loaded with flowers, and that's about 2 years old. That's Miss Violet.
Yes.
I loved her. She's very sweet. And then I have another one. My husband knocked off the table. So it was in shock for a while. So it's still doing something, but it's been 1.5 years, and it looks like I just got it.
Right, right.
And then I have another one that's doing much nicer than that.
Yes.
But they're wonderful, and they give a nice presentation. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump ahead, because that's what I do.
Yes, you
That's what I'm
should.
talking about
Go
this,
right ahead.
is that June 28th, we're having our annual plant sale and bake sale. And we have some raffling off of some lovely baskets by Pat Roble, who makes amazing baskets. And the Disluskis will be there with their African violets.
Oh, how nice.
And so if anyone's interested in learning about African violets and getting a starter plant, make sure you come to that.
Right, now that's June what?
June 28th.
28th.
It's a Saturday.
A Saturday, good.
Time hasn't been determined yet. I think
Okay.
it's typically 10 to 12.
Right.
And we have a set up there, and we're trying to get music, but we have no plugs.
Okay.
So I had someone that could DJ, but I'm like, do you need a plug? And they're like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be with that. Anyways, let me see.
And you have, what other event do you have coming up in September, something?
Oh, yes, in September we have, like I said, we have themes. Let me see, do I have it written down? I do. This is lovely. September 23rd is, actually, I just will tell you that we do meet September, October, November. We don't meet in December. January, we're going to have, to be announced, we'll usually have a holiday party of some kind. And then February, March, April, May, we meet. And then in June, we have this fabulous annual fundraiser that we use.
Right.
I've lost my train of thought. Bring me back. Bring me back right now.
Oh, and what months do you not meet?
Okay, so we don't meet in, I just said it, I'll come back to me in
Yeah,
December. We don't meet, and we do not meet in July or June, July, or August, but we just have the event in June, the 28th.
Right.
And then in October, we're having our Mad Hatter's Tea Party, so we're very excited about that.
Oh, that's October, not September?
I'm saying September.
Right.
Don't confuse me.
I'm sorry. I thought you told me September.
I may have. Well, I did. It is
Yes,
September.
it is
It's not October. Wait a second. Who's on
Okay,
first?
yes.
I'm a little
What's
confused
on
right now. But I said he was on first.
Right.
Hold on a second. All right. Let's
September.
rewind the tape.
Okay, September, the tea party.
September is the
Tell us
Mad
about
Hatters
it.
Tea Party. We have
Mad Hatters.
Mad Hatters, and we'd love for everyone to come and wear some kind of a Mad Hatter hat.
Okay.
Of some kind. I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, but I'm sure if you know Alice in Wonderland, I'm sure people could come up with something
Right.
like a Cheshire cat. I'm thinking,
Oh,
I
I'm
know.
always in amazement at people's imagination and how they can put things like that together.
Right. Well, they look on Pinterest. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They just
Right, yeah,
they do
right.
that. But some people are terribly creative. They're
Right,
really
right,
wonderful.
right.
But we have Judith Krell Russo, who is a food historian and a certified tea specialist, who'll be talking all about the book. Now, she explained to me it's not like a fun book because it was not meant to be fun. It's got some really, some serious information, and I shouldn't say information, but the theme is a little bit
Right,
more serious.
right.
It's really not a children's book.
Right.
But we'll still have fun because that's what we do.
Yes,
We
yes.
have fun. That's, as Margie had pointed out, and that's her, I think that's part of her mission is plants. She loves plants. We want to talk about plants, but we also want to have a good time.
That's right.
And the social aspect of it, where we come together afterwards.
Yes.
I haven't quite determined, is it better to have the food in the beginning, the middle, or the end? I'm not quite sure. So we do it different times.
Yes.
So we'll find out.
You figure it out.
We will figure it out. Let me see. All right, you're next. You're up.
Okay, I'm up.
'Cause I-
Well, what do you love about the garden club the most?
What do I love about that? I think I just love that getting people together and seeing them just be happy, talking about plants. Some people are very passionate. Some people are like, yeah, I'm not going to get dirty, but they still like to come. So I like that. I like just getting to meet new people, have them share their experiences with us and such.
Right, right.
It's just fun, and I just love being around people, I must admit.
And there's a lot of people in the village who like to have plants in their home.
Absolutely.
And they need help, like me.
Well, for sure, I have the,
Yes.
I have the app. Right. But also some people, because they're like, well, I can't garden anymore because maybe, like, I can't kneel anymore. I can't kneel anymore. I got 2 knees. They're wonderful, but you can't kneel. They don't tell you that.
Right.
Get a new knee, no kneeling. But there's you can adapt to that. And there's also a lot of folks that, if you look around the village, will just have pots.
Yes.
And you can do a lot with the pots.
Yes.
I just want to get a little tip, is because we do have a lot of chipmunks.
Yes.
They like to go into the pots, and they like to pull out the dirt.
Yes.
So if you put rocks on top, they tend not like to go in those rocks.
Oh, okay.
So I've tried that, and it seems to work a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Oh,
so
that's a nice tip to know, because
Excellent.
I have a little chipmunk that when I sit on my patio, looking out at the woods, it likes to run over my feet.
Oh, yeah, and
From
you're-
one side of the patio
They have a
to the
path.
other.
You like,
Yes.
don't be in their way.
No, I was in her way. Right over my feet.
Oh, I know. I saw one the other day because they're back now.
Yes.
And where I keep the hose thing, the box, and she or he, whatever, she comes out and she like peeks out and looks out on the hose
Yes,
there.
yes.
Sometimes she scares me because I'll go to move the hose and she scurries.
Right.
Excuse me.
They do run fast.
They run very quickly.
Yes, yes.
For sure.
But I watched one time going up and going into my bird feeder and filling both of her jowls,
Yeah.
or his jowls. I didn't think she'd be able to run. She had so much
They
in her
have those
jowls.
pockets they can
I
really
know these
feel.
pockets. I mean, she doubled the size of her face, and down she ran and into the woods and hid them someplace.
Well, in the front back, around a tree, I have this big swan, metal swan. I've gotten for nothing. It's huge, but underneath, the little chipmunk winters there. There's
Oh,
like a little
okay.
goes underneath there. So sometimes I'll throw stuff out there. It
Right,
comes out, and
right,
then when
yes.
it comes out and sits on top of the head of the goose, it's so cute, so cute. But yeah, it's just I do love nature. So it's my kids, my grandkids may call me the bird grandmother because it's all about birds and stuff.
Right,
so
right.
even my son recently sent me a picture. He's in Florida. I'm like, well, I don't know. I just use the app and look. So I think I know every bird.
Right.
Anyway, but it's fun. So I am the bird grandma.
Yeah. That's great, because the information with regard to what's good for the soil, like my soil is mostly sand. I mean, it's
Ocean
very
County.
sandy, and having a place to go to learn what I can plant there that will thrive.
Right,
A
yeah.
few plants are not thriving, and so you question it.
You can also get a soil sample, which I've done, and take it to the Agriculture Center
Right.
on Sunset, and they will analyze it. It is $5, but they'll analyze it and they will tell you. Because I was putting some things in the back 40, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And so I was like, wow, so nothing's really growing. And so they did the report thing, and it's because it's pines. Oh, what a silly me! It's pines, acid.
Yes.
Acid-loving plants out there. So you need to put like a boatload of lime to
I see.
neutralize a little bit,
Right,
or
right.
plant what belongs in the acid, like
Right.
more pine trees.
Now, where are you talking about?
The on Sunset, it's where the master gardeners live in Rome. Over there, it's
Okay.
on Sunset and I always forget. I guess that's Whitesville Road.
And that's Whitesville?
Whitesville, that's it.
And
Whitesville
that's in
Road.
Toms River?
It's in Toms River. Like you can go. It's a great place. You got a tick. You just go there. Even if they're closed, you go into the lobby and there's a little envelope. You fill out a form. You stick the old tick in there, and they will tell you whether or not what type of tick it is.
Oh, I
So
see.
there's a lot of. It's a good place to go.
And what's the name of it?
Good question. Wow. Well, I was called the place on Sunset, but I believe it's the Ocean County Agricultural Center. Maybe.
Okay, 'cause
I
if
made
people
that
want-
up.
if
I didn't make
people
that
want
up.
to,
Well, you call me. I'll look it up.
Yes, yes.
Feel free to call me. My name is Pat Hurst.
Okay.
Like the rental car.
Yes, yes, yes.
Not the heiress. I've been called the heiress too. Patty Hurst.
Oh, right. No, you're not Hurst.
No, I'm Hurst. Like
Hurst.
Like the rental car.
Like the rental car.
Yeah, not Hurts all over either.
Okay.
It makes it very clear.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry. I just
That's
digress
okay.
I digress a little bit.
We digressed. But tell me about you. Now, I understand that you're going on a trip.
Well, yes, I am going on a trip. Very excited. It's been 3 years in the making. As a matter of fact, I have these earrings that are little clams because my daughter and I are going to be pilgrims. We're going over to Spain in 3 weeks, and we're going to be walking the Camino, just the last 100 kilometers, which is about 70 miles. We'll be walking for about 14 days. We'll be there, I think, 18 or something. And we're just so excited to be able to have this. It's going to be a spiritual trip for us both. And we're just so looking forward to it. And years ago, I saw the movie The Way with Martin Sheen, which is a lovely movie, very nice, well done. And I saw that, and I'm like, what a wonderful, I want to do that.
Right.
And so
Explain what it is.
all right, the Camino is the Walk of St. James. Pilgrims have been walking this walk for over 1,000 years now, and you can come, there's different routes, many different routes. You can start in France, Portugal, we're starting in Spain. We're flying into Madrid, and then we're taking a train to Syria, and we'll go through like 34 towns. So it's just a time of reflection. There's certain areas along the way there's like a pile of stones, and some people at that point in time will have something they'll have maybe write something down on a piece of paper, something that's important to them that they want to leave there.
Right.
So maybe it's to get over some anger, or maybe it's just about a blessing. It could be whatever it is that
Right.
people want it to be. But it's just a wonderful opportunity to just be in nature, which we love is nature, and then also meeting other pilgrims from all over the world. And so we're just...
it is an internationally known
Yes.
pilgrimage.
It is, and like I said, for 1,000 years, people have walked. Supposedly, it's the walk. It's the resting place of St. James, one of the apostles. So that's the cathedral. My Spanish is awful.
It's north of Spain, right?
Well, don't give me that one either.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you.
Okay.
My daughter, on my phone, I have the whole itinerary.
Right.
The maps, and my
That's
daughter's
okay.
she's in charge of that. But I do know that it's through Galicia, that part of Spain they call Galicia.
So how long will you be walking?
We're going to be walking, I think, between 12 and 14 days.
12 and 14
But-
days.
yes, but we'll be stopping. I mean,
No, I know. You
well,
stop, you stay overnight. You stay overnight in
Well, I was
people's
thinking more that
homes,
would be
right?
stopping and having some wine. So I was
Right.
thinking we'll just stop and have take in the area. And
Right.
there's a lot of cathedrals and little churches and hamlets. Some of the city, we'll be walking through a city, but then there's going to be other little, like 34 towns is like a lot.
Right. Now, where will you be staying each night?
Well, my daughter prearranged all this, so we actually will be staying in, let's say maybe like a bed and breakfast kind of a thing, with
Right.
maybe in a family home. We'll have our own bedrooms and bathroom, which is very nice. We'll be
Yes,
sharing.
yes, yes.
And then I think the first night in Madrid, we'll be staying at a nice hotel. It's pretty bougie, actually. It's quite nice. I
Right,
must say.
right.
And then that be in Madrid, and then we take a train to, like I said, we take 2 trains apparently to Syria, and then at the end we'll be at a nice hotel. At the end of the trip, we'll have a driver taking us to the ocean in Muxie, I believe it's called, and we will be there on Mother's Day, and we'll be doing a spa day, just saying. So
Yes, you'll have to-
at the end.
You'll have to, somebody massage your feet.
Exactly, maybe not, please don't touch my feet, they're gonna hurt. No, it should be nice. But
I hope you don't get any blisters.
well, I've got blister patches.
Good, good.
For Christmas, my family sent me stuff, blister
Yes.
patches, and things to hang up our clothes.
Right,
Because
right.
we're gonna have to rinse things,
Yes,
out.
of
But
course,
I have
of
good
course.
cotton socks, that really good cotton socks. They sent me those. My family took good care of us for this.
All right.
It's all good. And yeah, so we're really looking forward to it. I was speaking to my daughter this morning. She's like, 3 more weeks. As a matter of fact, she had on her, because it's gonna be raining there too. It's gonna be like this.
Right.
And so she has this big rain thing on that we both have that looks like a tarp or something made by Omar the tent maker. I'm
Right,
not quite
right.
sure. And because you could use it like to sleep under, or
Yes.
you can wear it. So she had all kinds of things on, and it was just quite comical. But I'm like, well, because she kept telling me, she says, well, we have to look good because you're going to maybe take some pictures. And I'm like, I don't know if you saw herself in that.
Who
You know? I'm like, no, but we're looking for the time together.
Yes.
And I've been actually been going to cardio rehab, so I'm like in really good shape as far as walking. So I'm good.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so
I mean, 8 to 10 days of doing walking. That boggles my mind.
Well-
You know, every day you get up and you're going to walk another couple of miles.
The thing is, if you were doing the whole Camino, you could take you a month to 6 weeks.
Right.
And that's like getting up in the dark, walking with a little headlight on, kind of a thing, and
Right.
then walking 10 hours, 12 hours a day.
Right.
So we just said that really. Well, first off, my daughter couldn't take that much time to
Right.
go. We'd be away from her family, nor did she have a money tree in her backyard
Right,
either.
yes,
So, and I'm retired, you know what I'm saying? So-
Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing.
so it's wonderful. The time to be with her, the spiritual trip. There's just all aspects of it are going to
Yes,
be wonderful.
yes,
So I'm
yes.
very excited about that. But
Great.
thank you for asking.
No, I had to bring it up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And if anybody has done the Camino that lives here, let us know.
Yeah, right. If anybody has any information
Yes,
about
sure.
it or has done it.
Yeah.
I did know some people a number of years ago who had done it.
Yeah, no,
and,
it's going to be a wonderful trip.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Well, thank you very much for being here.
Can I just say one more thing?
What? You most certainly
I'm so
can.
sorry. Because I had this all prepared. You know what
Oh,
I'm
go
saying?
right ahead.
No,
What do you want our
yes, exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
what do you want our viewers to know about the Garden Club?
I just want people to know that it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned gardener or a beginner. All are welcome to come. We offer opportunities to learn, connect with other people that love gardens, or just want to learn a little bit more about them. And we love to you to come together and grow with us.
Oh,
and that would be
nice.
awesome. And so, again, my name is Pat Hertz. Should I get my phone number? Would that be okay? So if anybody has a question?
They can look it up in the book.
Look at me up in the book.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm in the book.
Yes.
I
I mean,
am.
you can give your number, but it might not be, it won't be written down.
Oh, it's in the, yes, it is.
It's in the book.
It's in the book.
Under Garden Club,
Yeah,
President.
Presidente, yes.
Yes, Presidente.
That's my Spanish for the day.
All right. Well, I wish you so much good luck
Thank
on
you.
your trip.
And thank you so much
Yes.
for this opportunity to share our garden club, which we love
Yes.
so much, and it's just been a great opportunity. So I thank you, and
You're
and I want to
welcome.
thank Mike too, because he came and he did, he interviewed some folks and he did those wonderful pictures. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing that myself.
Good, good. So we thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and come out to the Garden Club.
Amen.
Amen. This spring, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.